Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobby. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what went wrong there. It was the weirdest thing. It was like the camera was trying to be forced through my phone, and I know they keep changing out all these programs and everything. Yeah, and it was forcing through my phone, so it wasn't working. And so the only way I could do this is literally to turn my phone off, which is a bit of a bummer because I'll see if I can turn it back on because I have this huge message on my phone that I want to share with you guys. I will be able to speak it anyway. I mean, I don't need to actually read it out because I understand it from my own point of view. The message was pretty profound, but we'll see if this works now that I can turn my phone on and see what happens. It was so weird. So yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand any of it. I haven't changed anything. It's just my phone started to beep, and then I realized, why is my phone beeping and my camera's not going on my computer? And then it said something about a connection, and I'm like, what? No. Don't go there. So yeah, hopefully, yeah. Okay, this is cool. I've turned my phone on, seems to be fine, so that's good. God knows what they're doing. Yeah, just bizarre. Okay, I am live. Yeah, yes, I am, Wade. Goody. I mean, I'll have to fix up the title and everything because it's on a different link, but I'm here. That's good enough. Hey, Sky, good to see you, and Wade. Right, this is really profound message that I got. Sometimes I get these messages which they're just, it's like everything's come together, and then there's this moment of absolute clarity, and in that moment I'm feeling so much that I understand completely things that I did get before, but it's just like pieces of the puzzle coming together. So I wanted to explain this to you guys because when I felt this feeling, I could absolutely, totally, 100% let go of those that have done a lot wrong in this world. Like we have this kind of fixation because we're only working from the logical mind, looking outside ourselves, that we have to punish those outside of ourselves, right? But this feeling that I was given was from source, literally from source energy. And that feeling recognized itself as itself. Like I recognized myself, the wholeness going as source energy, having to go through the same lessons to return back to source energy or connection. And the evolution of us, of a subject, human being, whatever, alien, animal, whatever, has to go through this understanding of feeling everything. And otherwise, they're going to stay stuck. So I'm going to read out this message and gift it to you guys. And then hopefully it will get out there and people will start to realize that they don't have to punish something outside of them, as in physically punish anymore, because the punishment won't even fit what source energy has in store. Let's put it that way. Because you could, put someone on death row or whatever, and they will still come back with the same problems that they actually left with, which infuses our reality with more of those people with those problems of disconnect, where they have no compassion. They're born with small amygdalas. They just don't understand. There's a separation between them. They're very logically minded, separation between them and everything else, and they're only self-servant. because they don't recognize everything outside of them as part of them. And so you could put somebody on so-called death row and they have this within them. Well, what happens is, because we're hooked, there's a hook that happens between those that put them on death row and the beings, which hooks them back into this reality again. And then we end up with more people that are disconnected again and again and again and again. And it gets us in this cycle that keeps going, where humanity never really seems to get out of perpetrator victim mentality. And those that are disconnected don't understand, and they keep on just destroying people and lives outside of them without having any compassion for what they've done. But source energy and its wisdom has something, and is going through, there's actually something that's happening right now on Earth, which is going to force everyone, not just those that have done really wrong. We're talking about you that have done a few things wrong, you know, or whatever. No one's been perfect. But we all have to force through what I will call the eye of the needle. It's love, just this essence, this source of everything. And when we go through this, it's the only way I can describe it from a logical point of view, because it's more feeling based, and it's a connection to source energy, which is a connection to everything. And that means everything in your life. So even you will go through this, but when you go through it, and you know your upsetting points that you have to face, or feelings that you have to face, are minor compared to what those that have really done wrong, like caused famine in countries, wars, you know, and we know what happened in the E-files as well, the Epstein files as well. So like, they are going to have to really look at themselves. It's not just look at themselves, it's feeling, if they want to evolve. Because anyway, I'll read this out, I'll read this message out, and then you guys will kind of get it a bit more, hopefully. There's two ways that I've written this, so I'm going to read you the first way that I wrote it, and we'll see how it feels after that, whether I read you the second bit. But it's just so that you guys get a better understanding. And then what will happen is you'll be able to release trying to punish someone outside of you. You can let it go. And when you let it go, this gives you space, a space within your energy field and your mind, and it allows your heart to open up to creating something beautiful, to creating something new. So this is really cool. Okay, so first of all, I was watching this is what instigated this. I was watching a little clip from that was on a reel from Lucy, the movie Lucy. And she was talking about time being the most important thing or something. And I felt into it, and there was something squiff about that, her saying that. It was like, okay, but time really doesn't exist when it comes to source energy, because I've had the experience of feeling into what true source energy felt into, and I realized it was me and I was it. It was everything was, it was like I was creator of everything, and yet it was all separated from me all at the same time. And it was such an extraordinary and powerful feeling, and it felt very euphoric. And there was no time in that constant of just being me as source energy, as well as source energy was me, and everything outside of us was a creation of that. And I say us because source energy in its infinite right had split itself into trillions of different souls to be able to create this illusion of separation around us, that's surrounding us. And everything that exists in the illusion that's around us is actually coming from us, and it's a collective thought or program decision held in the logical mind that creates the tangible physical reality. Okay, so what I wrote was the logical mind creates this solid reality through the slowing down of time upon your frequency, creating a physical manifest. I'll read this slowly because it is a little bit, yeah. Anyway, another way of putting it is your frequency is held through time by the logical mind. Now, this was a key point, and this is why I felt a little bit off. As a story created from a recognized pattern of what feels familiar to you. This is why similar stories that affected you when you were young turn up again and again in your life. As you align with others that give you the experience you are expecting. It could be a different person, but it's still the same experience that you're having. And it's coming from your frequency, not from their frequency is also mirroring yours. And that's why you come together as a mirror. And they're telling me now this is also how soulmates come together too. Because you've cleared enough and now you will attract that right person. And so there'll be no fear when you actually meet a soulmate because you've already got rid of all of the fears to be able to magnetize them to get to you anyway. You will reflect each other's wisdom instead of fear. So yeah, I'll read that bit again. As you align with others that give you the experience you're expecting, just as they align with you, this is why you only notice them in your outer world, even though there are many other options. So you only hone in onto the option of your own frequency. This is all held in the logical mind, and it's kind of like a grounder. This is why we bring in these people, because it's a physical grounding reality that is held by the logical mind, going over a certain pattern or frequency that says that's how life is. They're bringing me to, at the moment, let's say a new road was carved into a suburb, and no one was really using it for a while because there wasn't enough of us to actually remember that was the road. It's remembered through the people that actually created the road, but it's not remembered enough by many people for them to use it to begin with. And it's not until later on that it's used more, or it could be used with caution because we're very scared of where that's going to actually lead and that sort of thing. There's something like that. It's like a new neuron path in our brain. Anyway, the logical mind is only going to match the same pattern you feel, okay, with your outer world, as that's its job, to ground the experience, your feelings or lack of feelings that you hold. So it's only going to ground either how you feel or the lack of that feeling. And as all is an extension of you processed through your own awareness of what reality feels like. Change how you feel towards your world and yourself, and this world and it can shift everything overnight. And this is where they say you can move mountains. Like literally, this is where teleportation comes in as well. Because if you can shift everything to another reality, you could shift it in an instant, and then you are in another place. You literally manifest another frequency, another world around you. It's really freaking cool. This time world is the world of limitation created by logic, and is only what the Draconian and Anunnaki know to exist. This is where I want to get into the E-files and all that sort of stuff. So the Draconian and Anunnaki were the ones that taught us all about the logical mind. They understand time as the power of everything. And so they are working through that. So they see time as the power that shifts all, because They reside in a fourth dimensional space. In this dimension, they also know all is manifested through them, but they are caught in the illusion that all is also separated from them because of that constant of looking outside of yourself for navigation, and that the life goes in a certain time pattern, and it's all to do with patterns, that the logical mind will hold patterns, and so patterns are creating the illusion of the clock and how time works and that sort of thing. For them to gain a higher understanding of all past time, they need to feel into all as one. So a higher understanding, for them to gain a higher understanding of all past time, they need to understand, feel into all as one. When this happens, all that they did to others will also be felt, as well as their victim's point of view. This is also the only way out of their separated illusion that they have caught themselves in. If they don't face what they did and feel into it, they will repeat the disconnected story over and over. You may think they might like to stay there rather than face what they have done. But the source of all things, that's everything, is intensifying anything that is not united or is separated till it becomes so uncomfortable that you can't stay there. You might have already experienced this for yourself as a feeling of a tormented mind, grasping for something outside of you to feel safe or good, but nothing satisfies you anymore. This is because the only path that you can gift the peace within you is to seek a euphoric feeling, which is to live purely in the moment. And in the moment, all you have to go on is how you feel. This will bring up any feelings of disconnect, including the feelings of those that anyone had done wrong, that they had done wrong. Imagine having to feel into the fear of all they sacrificed as unity, as also, imagine having to feel into everything that they fear, of all that they sacrificed. As unity is also including all that came into your life. Whether you murdered or tortured them, the only way out is then to face your guilt and forever and forgive yourself for that disconnection. So the only way out of this through source energy, if I hopefully you understood that, but if you didn't, I'll go through this. The only way through from the point of view of source energy through into this next evolutional skip for humanity's consciousness is to find balance again. And to find balance again, we are now needing our logical mind to shush enough to stay in the moment. To stay in the moment, we're now opening up this doorway of feeling. We're feeling everything. Oh my God, I'm starting to become empathic. I can't go out into that world. That world feels crap now. I really want to hermetize myself. That sort of thing happens. You feel it so much that you can't process the world that is coming from an ugliness. Now, because of those that are in the Epstein files and all that sort of stuff, and what they've done, which is really, really separated, horrific, and they didn't feel into anything that they manipulated outside of them as being part of them, they're going to have to feel it all. Every single thing that they did to these people, they're going to have to feel it all to evolve. So the only way that they can come out of that is to feel it all. The other way that it will happen is that they will manifest themselves into a physical form that is matching their frequency. And this is why my dream told me that there's going to be many salamanders on the beach, because they're going to go back from this life and this point of view. When they pass over, they will only come back as a space of who they truly are in a field of their own frequency, as in a physical being. And a physical being that matches that is what I was told in the dream is a salamander, going back to the start of evolution, they're going to have to go through all the mammals and everything again to be able to process very, 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 very slowly. And that takes them out of our reality, because then they can't lift up to our reality of being in a feeling-based reality where we're connecting to everything. Now, when we're feeling into everything, we have to feel from love. When we're feeling from love, because that's the only thing that feels good, right? We then have access to be able to communicate with flowers, with Mother Earth as a being herself, with other benevolent beings, with animals and everything. And then we're going to have to take our creation from, oh my God, this is what I'm doing to that being. So how am I going to process it? Is that being actually giving me their life so I can eat it? Or is it that I'm actually taking their life and I'm controlling it, and that's sort of farming it? And so farms and everything will go out the window, because we're controlling them like we were controlled ourselves. And it was only kind of created that way because of a mirror reflection of who we are. So fences will be demolished in this new world. We won't need to contain anything. The limitation will be on Mother Earth herself, and how animals process their life and evolve naturally through their own evolution. And so when we evolve as well, we might evolve to, well, I don't feel comfortable about eating the animals anymore. You might, but that might be because that animal says, hey, I give you my life, that sort of thing, because I'm done with it. I want to evolve. And if you process your food through you, then I have a chance to, as my soul, to evolve as a human. So there's a whole heap to unravel there. I know I'm unpacking a whole heap with you guys, but it's just so that you can get this awareness happening in your brain. I don't need to worry about those that have done a lot wrong, because if we fixate on doing that and that we have to physically punish them, we're still going outside ourselves. We're not coming from the feeling and the process of us evolving into something new, which then means we're not entangling with their energy field anymore. We're leaving it up to source energy for them to either navigate their life. They will have to navigate through the feeling of everything that they did wrong, and feel into all those people that they did wrong. I couldn't even imagine going through that. Like it's just overwhelming what they're going to have to feel through to be able to understand what they have done. It's kind of like, because they're mirroring themselves to an outer world, understanding now the outer world is source energy as well. It's kind of like the right hand attacking the left hand, and then the whole being of you going, why did I do that? That sort of thing. And now you have to feel into what the poor left hand has to go through. It's kind of like, I'm trying to give this example so that you guys understand a little bit more. And it just, because the more wisdom we have, the more understanding we have, the more that we can release the thought of, oh my God, we're going to have to imprison them, do this to them. Like, I had it in my head, chuck them in the prison with a whole heap of others that hate pedophiles and stuff like that. And that, death seems an easy way out. I was really thinking that way. Logically, that's what I was thinking. But now that I've got this feeling of what they're going to actually have to go through, and that they won't be able to lift their they won't be able to lift their reality up to ours anyway, unless they go through that. And also, it's very important to realize we have to separate ourselves from them. The more that we entangle into punishment from outside of ourselves, the more that we're hooked into their game again, and it keeps going back and forth, and we're tug of warring like this. Even if they do die, they still come back to our reality again, and it still becomes an infiltration of an unbalanced reality. So this is all to do with us learning to balance ourselves as we process this world, going back out there again, and feeling a lot more. But in the feelings, we also gain a lot more wisdom, just like I am, and understanding. Because now that I've had that feeling, I'm like, I can let that go. I can let go of how they're going to move through the world. They're not going to, I don't want them to be hooked into my reality. I want to start focusing on my spare energy and reality onto creating a beautiful community, and something that where the mind is already in balance with everybody, and anyone that's coming into that community I can feel into and go, you're a little bit out of balance there, can we address that before you come in, that sort of thing. And so we're then got a stable support system from within us, as we're moving into this new creation. So this is going to build on something that is completely balanced. It's not just the matter of, I want to create something physically over there in line with earth, and I know that I'm to grow a garden, and I'm to drink out of the pure water instead of fluoride water and stuff. I know to unite with somebody else to help me build this building. Like, that's all outside of us, right? But if we haven't got it collectively within us, understanding the feelings that the people that we're working with, and we don't trust these feelings that we have as we're working with these people, it'll come unstuck again. So this is a transition of finding balance within first. If I was you, the most important thing is to find balance within yourself, which I know the people that are watching me, most of them are anyway, looking at finding balance, because that's what I go on and on and on about. But to really make a change. Like, it's so interesting too that everything went wrong before I went to go live with this message. And it's such a powerful message. And then everything went wrong and I couldn't go live and I had to start again. So now the algorithms, I always put my lives up about 24 to 48 hours before so that the algorithms can get it out there. And now I've got a video that has no algorithm attachment or anything, and it's got this powerful message. So now I'm thinking, gosh, do I have to do this again? Maybe I do have to say it all again in another stream. I don't know. We'll see how this message goes. But I haven't got a very great following anyway, but I really feel this is going to change because my messages are getting too... They're just too powerful, and they can change so much in humanity's consciousness. Maybe it's just waiting for humanity to be ready for them. I don't know. Anyway, trust is the game, right? Yeah. So that was my big, powerful message for you guys to have a bit more of an understanding. I was also thinking of, just to have fun at the end of this really intense message, to open up the chat bar for free readings, but there's not many people on the chat bar because it all went wrong at the beginning. So I think that's about it. I'm just looking as to, I think I could pull a couple of cards, I suppose. If anyone has any questions, a few people that are watching, I'll pull a couple of cards out anyway. Let's see where this is going. Look at this. The first card that I look at over on the table is love. How cool is that? See, this is what we're aspiring to come into connection with, because love is the only path that actually creates what we desire. Fear is the path that creates what we don't desire. Yeah. Okay. I will do a couple of readings for you guys. Healing. Hi. Yes, please. From Wade. Sure. Okay, Wade. Let's tune into Wade. Over in Arizona. Oh, as soon as I said Arizona, one flew out, and then one kind of toppled over. Hang on, let me have a look what this is. We have the 8 of Swords that flew out, and then a whole heap flew out. I thought it was only one, but it was actually 3. So 8 of Swords is feeling trapped in this reality, and not seeing that there is a way out. Now, when we come from only our logical mind, we are absolutely going to feel trapped in this reality. There is no way out when we come from only looking outside of ourselves and seeing everything that's happening out there. It just looks like it is absolutely mayhem and crap and bleh, right? There is no way. That's where, because there's no way, it's kind of like reality has given us the limit. And here's the limit. The only way to fix the limit is to drop the limit, to drop everything. So I'm not going to focus in anymore on my outer world. See, this person is blindfolded and she's surrounded by a mind of swords. The swords represent the mind and feeling entrapped. This is the logical mind. Now, the cards that fell for you that were together, I thought it was one, but it wasn't, is pretty cool. So we have, so instead of working from logical mind, which is only going to seek outside of you, you've got the Seven of Wands, and it's in reverse, which is great to see. Finally letting go of the fight, putting the fight down. I'm not going to fight this anymore. The more that you fight something, the more that you're fueling it. That's why wars never work. We're always fueling something in our reality when we fight, because it's like an outer struggle, because we're not controlling our inner world, and so we struggle outside of ourselves to fight for it. But then you also have the Star and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Star is a wish come true. So when you finally let go of this, completely really let go of this and the fight and all of that, a wish will come true. And being of the Ten of Pentacles, it's going to be something substance, but it's like, what am I feeling from this? Because it's in reverse. With the Star, it's like a wish of substance coming true that you never thought would happen. It's like you never thought that this would be upright, but this wish is right next to it. So it's saying, yes, you can turn this around. This that you were trying to create, that you thought in your logical mind that was trapped, and that's impossible. The impossible will come true. So that's what I'm getting for you, Wade. Awesome. I like that reading. Very quick one. Okay. Love dance. Yes, love is the question and the answer. Exactly. So cool. You're welcome, Wade. What else? Who else have we got here? There's us. All is one. Maybe somebody asked it. All is one. Yeah. I hope you like that message. It was pretty, it's one of those ones you probably have to re-listen to it again. It's something that I think you have to feel. And so when you feel it, you'll realize what the others are going to go through. And that's when you can let it go, trying to punish everybody. And that just hooks you into the same problems again. Like, yeah. The punishment is going to be a mirror of what they did anyway. Or I wouldn't want to be them. I wouldn't want to have been chosen to be a soul that separated myself from source energy that much that I consumed others. Yeah, and then you have to feel into everything that you did. Holy crap. They're going to go through absolute hell and back to be able to get out of their shit. Excuse my language. All is one. Let's focus in on you. All is one, all is one, all is one. All of a sudden, I'm starting to feel a lot more like slowing down. And I think it's your energy is slowing down or slowed down compared to what I was anyway. All is one, please. Any messages for all is one? We have the Page of Pentacles. It's come up with so many people's readings lately. I did a reading for a beautiful lady yesterday, an 80-year-old lady, a 70-year-old lady, and she started to well up when I was channeling through her information, and she said by the end of it, "Oh my God, Bobbie, you've just given me the pieces of the puzzle of my life that I didn't." She was just absolutely overwhelmed in understanding everything. She felt it, and it was so good. So good. I love, love, love helping people like that. It makes my soul sing, makes me realize I'm in the right place. This is what I always knew. This is what I'm supposed to do, but it's just good to be here, right? All is one. You have Page of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So Page of Pentacles is so many people getting this. It's like this new way of manifesting physical worth, physical substance coming towards you. It's like humanity is now really experiencing the real true support of oneself manifesting outside of them in miraculous ways. And it is a new path because we're no longer logically going A plus B equals C, and I want to get to C, so I need A and I need B to get to C, which means I have to get a job and I have to do hard work and then I can get my house. Where it's not like that in this new reality. This new reality is, oh my gosh, I am so worth being in a new gorgeous house that is supporting me and feeling good. I'm ready to take I'm ready to have that experience and really, really, really feel it, like you're feeling like you're really there. Then it just sort of manifests in your reality and you're like, how did that even happen? Yeah, it's like some of the house sits that I have and stuff. I just like back-to-back house sits and I'm in the most beautiful homes and stuff like that. So I'm free. Like I don't have bills to pay. I'm free. Like I feel very free, freer than I've ever felt in my life. I don't have stress in my life compared to most people at all. Most stress I had was trying to sort out some sort of app thing to be able to send a custom form over for my mum to get a present. And I'm like, what? It's hardly anything really compared to most people's stresses out there. But it felt intense to me because I've lifted my reality up. So there's something about you understanding this now. It does come with a Five of Wands. So whatever you have outside of yourself that you are trying to pull in through physical, or I have to make that happen that way. It's best to just let it go and let whatever's happening out there happen, because it's better to come back into your inner core self now and trust this new path of manifesting something new. No longer working for it. Like really, they caught us in a slave mentality, and most of our energy is not being reciprocated. We should be, if we all exuded the same amount of energy in our work ethics that we have, we should be surrounded, everyone should be surrounded by absolute freaking magnificence and beauty, because we're putting so much effort into that work. But we're not. Siphoned off into stress and everything, and siphoned off into tax and stuff like that for the mega ones that have been controlling everything to take. Are taking our energy, they're taking our power, and they're taking our imagination and fueling themselves. So yeah, kind of see why my channel doesn't really get out there much, because some of these messages. Anyway, who else have we got here? Nicole. Not too many. Like you just had a bunch of cards that just fell out all together. Here we go. One's fallen. Okay, give your mind a rest. Like really, just give it a rest. Think of something else. Think of anything. Give your mind a rest. Maybe you're waiting for this wheel to turn. The Wheel of Fortune has come out, which is a good sign. There's a hair on my cards. It is a good sign. The Wheel of Fortune's like, when's the wheel going to turn and I end up in this beautiful community where I really love my life and everything's going well. With that saying to you, first of all, just feel into a relaxed mind. Feel into just sitting there and not worrying about life so much. Not worrying about how it's actually going to happen. let it go. I've got another pack here, so I don't know what. Look at that. The first card that came out. No way. Mindfulness. See? Peaceful presence, quiet the mind. Oh, come on. These two cards literally mean the same. And it's a totally different pack. Just to give you a little bit more clarity. There is something in your head that they want you to quieten your mind about. It's almost like in the release of it, everything will start to work out for you. But it's sometimes we have it in our brain that if I don't rethink or overthink or think of a way out of this, then it's never going to happen. And it actually hooks you into the problem, and then you end up not moving forward. So then the wheel stops. The wheel of fortune stops. So we want to keep that wheel turning for you. So to turn that wheel, yeah, the mindfulness card is the first card that came out. It's a whole heap that it fell out with. I'll quickly show you these, but I won't read into them because it would take too long. But just so that, because, you know, it's not very nice if the reader goes, oh, it's a whole heap that fell out with it. Yeah, I'll shuffle them back in. I feel like maybe they are part of reading, so I'll do it really quickly. You've got the Shamanic Healer. You got, oh, that one fell, so that's interesting. Journey Guide. So traveling and that sort of thing, change the location. And angels, chakras, 7 chakras coming back to the central self, acknowledging everything, every emotion within yourself, and past life. So something's coming up about that, and the wheel changing as well. Okay, so you can read into that as you want, just so that I didn't just throw them back in. Okay, so that was for you, Nicole. Very cool. Yeah, Sky. I would love a reading right after yesterday's. I had a reading with Sky as well yesterday. Let's see what Sky has to, what the cards have to say for Sky. Yeah, if anyone does want a one-on-one reading with me, my link is down below. Okay, so we have, where's Sky? Look at that. Yahoo! 10 of Cups, emotional satisfaction. Oh, gosh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Good, good. Okay, I'll get one more card for you. I'll make sense to you. Good, Nicole. Thanks. Yay. The cards do not lie. Yeah, so yin, emotional satisfaction. Oh, it's almost like a coming together. I feel like your family, there's like an agreement here of some kind. A real good feeling of, oh my God, everyone's on the same boat. It's like something like that. I don't know, I just keep getting chills down me because of it. It's like it really coming together through love and understanding each other. Wisdom, there's something about wisdom. Okay, any other cards want to come through for you? Sky. I'm holding these too tight. I'm holding them tight because I don't want a bunch to fall out. Come on. Any other cards? I am just going to do this one. Letting go of the urgency has come out. Surrender, freedom, and time constraints. Freedom from time constraints, sorry. So, yeah, letting go of the urgency. Look at this. They're actually walking away from something. Walking away from something towards something. Okay, I'll leave it there for you. Sky. Thanks, guys, for finding me, even though it was a big, you know, horrible freaking, I don't know, it just didn't work this morning, did it? So thanks so much for seeking out this live that, you know, I just had to quickly throw up a whole new live for it because it was not working. Yeah, because that message is really profound. I might make some shorts of it or something like that. Hopefully I can make them into shorts and then send that out there. But thank you so much for being part of my beautiful team. I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you again probably Thursday, if not tomorrow. maybe even tomorrow. Anyway, I will definitely see you again soon. Bye.